9 tanks are pressing for strong back retract.
Well, hello, folks, and welcome back to David Delivers Space. This is Papa D coming to you from Central Florida, and we are
retract test started.
getting ready for another Starling launch. This is out of wait to see what our timing looks like. Yeah, the clock is still rolling. Okay, out of Florida here, and we've got some heavy overcast conditions here for this launch. We do expect to get a good shot at it here, but this is a Starlink launch, 23 standard Starlink satellites, and we are looking at about T-minus about 3 minutes and 50 seconds or so. Like I said, the weather conditions are they were running about 40 to 50% favorable on this launch, and we are hoping to be able to get this one off. But welcome back again. This is Papa D, and we want to thank all the folks that make this possible. We're doing our best to getting back in line with the launch cadence that's picking up quite substantially. Looking down the barrel here of a Starship launch coming up, hopefully this before the end of this month, out of Boca Chica, and we'll talk more about that. Whole lot going on, of course, coming up overnight. Crew 11 is going to be leaving the space station, coming back early. You've all heard that story. That's the big news story of the day. One of the crew members, the information has been kept close to the cuff. We don't have any info on who or what the condition.
Load is complete.
But they will be coming back later this evening, early this morning, splashing down off the coast of California, if we're not mistaken there. I just heard that the tanks are pressing, and we're about 2 minutes until launch. Once this fueling is complete, we'll be looking at about 1 million pounds of fuel and oxidizer on board the Falcon at that time. Again, everything looking good. We're at T-minus 2 minutes and 14 seconds at this point. Again, conditions down here not the greatest, but this flight has been delayed already a day. It's pushed back. We've got a cold front like most of the country coming in. Going to get quite cold down here. Clouds, winds.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
There's the Stage 2 LOX load complete now, so we are fully fueled and ready to go. At about 1 minute, we will see the Falcon 9 go on internal power and internal control. Of course, it can be stopped at any time by the control center, but the vehicle will be autonomous at that point and will take over the mission unless something is done to intervene, which we hope not. But at this point, we're going to stand by for just a bit. We got about 1.5 minutes until the launch, and I will be back. Be back with you shortly as soon as we get a little bit closer here to the launch.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
All right, folks, and again, we passed through that 1 minute mark. You heard the Falcon 9 is in startup, and we are about 40 seconds from liftoff. We'll just stand by and hopefully watch another fantastic launch of another Falcon 9.
T-minus 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition And liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starling.
All right. And we do have liftoff of Starlink Group 698.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Everything looking good. This is, by the way, just the information to back up. I came in a little bit late on the front end of the broadcast, but we're looking at B1085. It's its 13th flight, 57-day turnaround.
Power telemetry nominal.
And this is a launch, like I said, out of Florida, Slick 40, out of Cape Canaveral. It's only been about...
9 is supersonic.
There we go. We are supersonic. Now we're passing through Max Q at this point, or getting close to Max Q. Max Q is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure that is placed on the vehicle during the flight.
Max Q.
All right, we just hit Max Q, and going through that point, they pretty much pump the brakes a little bit. The craft will slow itself down and then crank the engines back up as it passes through that point, that barrier. This is the this is the 589th mission and the 6th mission of this year for the Falcon 9. They're in the process of chilling the MVAC engine, which is the second stage. We certainly always do that just to make sure that the when the engine kicks off, that the no damage is done to the engine by forcing the super cold coolant through the pumps. Everything looking good. Coming up on stage separation and fairing separation. Falcon 9 continues to gain speed and altitude. All 9 engines look to be running hot. They've just shut down for MECO, and we should have stage sep right now.
MVAC startup.
Now we have stage separation and the MVAC startup. Everything looking good. At this point, as you all know, the Falcon 9 will begin its return to Earth. You see the grid fins opening up. They'll be utilized to control the Falcon 9 once it enters the atmosphere, the thicker part of the atmosphere.
Confirmed.
There you go, the fairings, and there's those the Starlink satellites. Usually carrying about 23 of those. That is the version 2, not the version 3. That'll be carried by the Starship once it is operational and begins regular missions. We'll be coming up on the boost back burn. That will reorient Falcon 9 to make its approach and ultimately begin the process of landing. And I stand corrected. I looked at my other notes, and we do have 29 on today's payload on the manifest. So we're carrying 29 version 2 of the Starling satellites. Everything's still looking good. Second stage continues acceleration, just over 10,000 kilometers an hour. Stage 1, it's reached its apogee. Start seeing the speed pick up, of course, because they have not begun the boost back burn or the entry burn. I'm sorry, the boost back burn. Now the entry burn. And that'll begin the process of slowing down the vehicle. and allowing those grid fins to begin doing their job. It shouldn't be only just a minute or so. We should be coming up on the entry burn. It'll be a very short duration burn. It does not use all of the engines. Normally 3 of the engines on the Falcon 9, and then the final burn, the landing burn, will take place with 1 center core engine to do the work.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
And that FTS is the flight termination system. That is the safety system on board.
Entry burn startup.
And there's 3 engines all lit for the entry burn. Yeah, as I was saying, the FTS, there's 1 on each first and second stage. In the event that something goes wrong and the vehicle needs to be destroyed, it can be. Those charges are now disabled. Shouldn't be just a little bit longer, and that is the end
entry burn shutdown.
of the entry burn. You'll start noticing now
Stage
that
2
as
FTS has saved.
as the Falcon 9 reaches the thicker parts of the altitude, thicker parts of the atmosphere, and the altitude reduces, the speed will reduce. The grid fins will take control as the primary surface for bringing the Falcon 9 down for landing. And the final burn, as I said, will be the 1 center engine.
Stage 1 transonic.
And there we are. Now we've gone back down to transonic, and the grid fins will be able to do the maximum job that they are presented with in controlling the first stage.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance. Stage 1 landing burn.
And here comes the landing burn. Beautiful picture there. I want to thank SpaceX, as usual, for providing such
Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
amazing coverage of their launches, allowing us to share those with the public. And we have
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
landing. Another one in the books for SpaceX. Congratulations. Stage 2, as you heard, has terminal guidance. Just waiting for the call.
Back shutdown.
Final call that they've achieved the proper orbit injection.
And we have a nominal orbit insertion.
Orbital insertion confirmed. All right, folks, so that is one more in the books for SpaceX. We want to congratulate them again and all the folks out there at SpaceX for all they do. And with another launch and landing. We'll be looking down the road here shortly. If you, as I do, can check on X, and they do a fantastic job of updating with respect to the release of the satellites and their insertion into the constellation. If you haven't tried the Starling product yet, I can personally say go out there and do it. They're having some great deals. Their equipment is, I've had, as you can tell, have no issues at all with them. they can actually go to my YouTube channel or to my website, and they have given me a coupon deal here as someone who has their service already, and you can get, I believe it's a free month service, but check that out. They're doing all kinds of deals, and I recommend them highly. But again, congratulations to SpaceX. Thank you so much, guys, for all you do. Thank you to Maddness Productions for the bumper music, and we will be back with the next launch. And again, we're going to pick up the cadence here this year, so it's going to be dodging the work duties and making sure that the streaming duties are on board. But Papa D is planning on getting as many of these in as we can. The next launch that's coming up that we're going to be hopefully carrying from the SpaceX family looks to be possibly the NROL flight on Friday. And that'll be at 1:18 p.m., 1:18 in the evening, coming out of Vandenberg. So that will be one to look forward to. We'll put that on the page and get that all posted up for you. But again, thanks so much for stopping by today and spending a little time with Papa D. Thank you to SpaceX. Thank you to all the folks out there that do everything they do to put these crafts into orbit and provide the services that they do. And congratulations and good luck on the many other programs that they have going right now. And we'll be hearing more and more about that as the year proceeds forward. Well, you all have a great day. Again, thank you, and we'll see you at the next launch.